Hey guys, hope you're having a good start to the summer. This is a bit of an unusual thing for me, but I found this amazing lot of Lionel Trains on eBay and made an offer for a very good price. It turned out that the person who was selling this stuff was living in California, and it was kind of a real adventure to ship all this stuff out to me on the other side of the nation. But these were apparently all mint in the box, and I had to get these. I just could not resist. And I know unboxing videos are kind of last year and a little boring, but most, if not all, of these items came from Allied Model Trains in Culver City, California, which was a train store I wanted to visit ever since hearing about it, but sadly never got to because it closed down in 2015. I have many friends on the West Coast who always raved about that place, and I think it's cool that these trains still have some history with a beloved shop that is no more. And just for the fact that all of these pieces came from my favorite era of Lionel of all time, which is the Richard Kuhn era, and that doubly enticed me to getting this lot. So anyway, let's get to unboxing these. Okay, so we'll start off with this one. This is the Lionel Pennsylvania B6 switcher from 1989. And this, I believe, was also cataloged again in 1991. And this was the first Lionel locomotive they made with the new rail sounds technology. So, let's see here. And yep, there's the, let's see, Lionel warranty card, long expired, but still nice that they included those. Got your list of Lionel dealers. A lot of these probably don't exist anymore. And let's see, caution, read this before you use your new locomotive. This was because it's the new rail sounds tech and wanted to give you a cautionary about how to use this. So let's get that out of the way. Pop this top lid off carefully. Oh, that looks really nice. And here's the original Lionel rail sounds switch before they made the sound activation button. So you can tell this was very primitive. And there it is. Up. Be fine otherwise. That's what makes these unboxing videos fun. I guess you never know. So, and there's the tender out. Very nice. Nice. I really like the gold lettering. Some people didn't like the gold lettering. I think some people wanted the white lettering from the pre-war scale B6. But I think this looks a little bit sharper. And you got these nice jewels and the marker lights here in the backup light. Really nice. Let's get the locomotive out. And what I see, it's like this wasn't totally mint. It looks like it was a show model because there's a little price tag up here. It says $875. The locomotive with the caboose, so that's pretty cool. Also gives you an idea of how much different prices were when these were new versus what they are now. But anyway, it's really cool. Very nice engine. All die-cast metal. It's a really nice, sharp-looking engine. Some little oil stuff here. Doesn't really bother me, but otherwise it's very crisp. Got the AC pull-more motor in the back. It's a really nice piece. Again, I think the most people who grew up with Lionel or the old TM videos in the 90s will remember this one, but still a very nice piece. I think the value on this piece is like maybe $200, $300 at most now, especially in such a nice condition. But very happy to have this. This is a really nice little engine. Anyway, get this out of the way. and move on to the next one. While we're on the Pennsylvania B6, here's the matching work caboose that was sold to go with it both in '89 and '91. This was, I think, the first time that Lionel really made these otherwise unimpressive work cabooses into collector line status. The reason why is because this was the first time since the post-war era that this came with a die-cast frame, die-cast trucks, came with interior illumination, and it even had a smoke unit. And I believe this used, the Sooth style smoke units, which tended to burn out prematurely if you left them on high voltage for too long. But anyway, this out carefully. It's nice plastic wrap, orange Lionel box out. Have your little tube of Lionel smoke fluid. I'll keep this as is because I don't really use these. This out of the way. And there it is. Really nice work caboose. I'm not the biggest fan of the frosted glass, but it looks fine. These really nice die-cast arch bar trucks. See the underside, nice and clean. And then there's the smoke unit in there. Very nice, simple, but very high quality work caboose. Very nice match for the B6. I'm really enjoying unwrapping these. It's really giving me a lot of nostalgia for, I guess, maybe better times with Lionel, but maybe it's just the nostalgia playing along. But I really do love this era. There's so much wonderful things to come back to in this era. But anyway, there's the 1909 Pennsylvania work caboose. Very nice, simple piece. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, this should be fun. Here are three of Lionel's standard unibody detailed tank cars. And so we got the Santa Fe up on here in black, got the Chevron on the bottom right, we got the Conoco or Pinoco, I guess you call it, one on the bottom left. But anyway, these were introduced, the Santa Fe and the Chevron were introduced in 1990 to give collectors and operators some more scale-looking tank cars. But look here, you see, this was $67 back in the day. You can see the Allied train model train sticker, which is always really cool. It gives a little history to this piece. But hold on. One thing that's nice about this LTI era stuff is it was generally easy to unpackage too, without being too much of a pain. Okay, let's pull it. Very nice. So you got your owner's manual to how to place these little safety placards for hazard warning, which are included up here. It's really nice little thing. These are always very cute. I've seen some with these broken off, so it's always nice to see them unused. I'll probably put these on. We'll see what happens. But anyway, it's unwrapped. It's out of the way. Pull this plastic sleeve out. There's a very nice looking tank car. I believe also Lionel made these as a match for the Santa Fe Dash 8 40B freight set that was also introduced in 1990. Very nice detailed plastic body, and of course the nice die-cast sprung trucks. Always really good. Let's get this out of the way. I'll move on to the chevron one. The same shtick. Carefully get this out. And same thing, placard installation manual. They are up here. They're a little bit strapped in and a little bit finer on this one, so I won't bother with that. I'll get to it later. But anyway, get this cradle out. There it is. Very nice chevron logo. Nice little capacity data over here. I wouldn't say this is my favorite of the unibody tank cars that Lionel's made, but still overall a very nice item. Again, all nice die-cast sprung trucks. It's always really nice. And then Conoco one, saved for last. It's very funny that because I've been passing the Conoco station in my locally for me to get gas right now. And it seems to be the one with the best prices right now, considering the gas short inflation that's going on right now. It's fun. And same story, manual, little placards themselves. Sound of the cradle very gently. And this one was made in, first two, the Santa Fe and the Chevron, were made in 1990. This one was made in 91. But still very attractive. Very nice, bold red Conoco logo right here and capacity data. Ooh, bits of packaging right there, that's fine. But yeah, very, very nice cars. Cars, very high quality cars. But anyway, let's line them up side by side. Conoco, Chevron, and the Santa Fe. Very nice unibody tank cars. I'll probably get more of these because I really do like these tank cars. Put them all together and they can make a really, really nice unit train. But there they are, unibodies. Very nice items. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Alright, so we're keeping up with the Standard O line. These are two of the ribbed double-door Standard O boxcars. These were the very first two that Lionel made starting in 1991. Got the Cotton Belt Hydro Cushion one on the right and the Missouri Pacific Merchandise Service on the left. And you can see both of these. That one on the Hydro Cushion Cotton Belt is kind of torn, but Missouri Pacific, you can see the original retail price at Allied was $59. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, let's get to these. This one might be, oh, this one doesn't have the plastic wrap. That's fine. I have a feeling that this might have been used as a display or showpiece at the store. Get this carefully out. There we go. This cradle here. It's pretty cool how they package this. It's simple but clever. Get this out of the way. the nitro belt, cushion, sorry, cotton belt, double door box here, and just open really nice. Oh, and you can see, look carefully, camera will focus, you can see there's wood grain flooring on the inside. That's such a nice little detail. Very, very nice cars. These are also pretty large, so they'll make a pretty decent freight contest when you put a lot of these together. So now for the Missouri Pacific. This is one of my favorite ones. I always liked this paint scheme. And going back to I believe it was the original Lionel 6464 150 Missouri Pacific boxcar. Alright, that was always this one, I believe. Oh, this one is mint. It still has the plastic wrap on it. That's really nice. Pop this out very carefully. Wrap the cradle right here. Very nicely wrapped, but this is why I wanted to do this unboxing video, is because you may not, if you buy these trains used, you might not get an understanding about how nicely they come wrapped when you get them brand new out of the factory, as they came out of the Lionel factory. So carefully, right. Yeah, nice, very colorful car, very nice. You can see some of the details that post-war Lionel did. The buzzsaw herald over here, the XME stamping on the bottom right here, and of course the Eagle merchandise service on the side and the gray striping. Very, very nice boxcar. Definitely one of my personal favorites. But anyway, got your standard O double door boxcars from 1991. One very, very, very nice piece. This is, but this is definitely want to find more of these. I know there's a lot that Lionel's made over the years, and they're not very expensive right now. And I might even get duplicates to see how I'm feeling about it, but there's quite a few road names, very colorful ones made over the years. But they're all pretty nice. If there are anything like these, I'm sure there are. But anyway, standard O double door boxcars. Anyway, let's get to the next one. Alright, so here are two different Alright, so here's two different versions of Lionel Standard O hoppers. Up on top, we've got one of the Centerfo ACF 3-bay hoppers. This one lettered from Norfolk and Western. And on the bottom is the Reading 3-bay coal hopper. In the coal hopper, you can see it says $54 from Allied Model Trains, which is nice. Anyway, let's get this one out first. The little styrofoam box or cube to keep this nice and safe. This out. This one doesn't have a cradle, I don't believe, so this out gently. It is. Feeling that this one was just begging to be let out of this, by the way the box was starting to close. But so very nice copper. I really love hoppers, honestly. I've got quite a few. I got a lot of the Lionel recent GLA coal hoppers, and I've got quite a few of these other center flow hoppers. There's very nice pieces. Again, these all have the nice die cast sprung trucks. It's really nice. Well, let's move this behind here, and we'll move on to the Reading. Plug. Very nice scale detailed hopper. I really like all these rivets coming down the rib sides. That's a really nice touch. Don't have too much Reading stuff. I really should fix that, since I do plan on getting a lot more of them in the future though, so we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll get more of these and make a nice little coal train for Readings. And for those who don't know, the center flow hopper was first introduced by Lionel, I believe in '86, to go with the B&A Hudson, and they made this 3-bay version starting with the chassis unit train in 1988, and this one was made in '91. By the way, if you couldn't tell, this was still around the time that Lionel stamped their dates and the Lionel logo right down here. And the 3-bay coal hopper was introduced in '91 as well. This was one of the first ones. In addition, you can tell by the built by Lionel in '91, and the Lionel logo down there. Still very nice hoppers. Personally, I can't never seem to find enough of these. Anyway, that's enough for these guys. We'll move on to the next one. Alright, so this will be a bit of a fun one to do. These are the first 4 reissues of the Lionel 700 series scale, or I guess semi-scale freight cars. These are based off the ones, the 700 series that Lionel first made in 1940 to go with the original scale Hudson. And these were remade in '91. And let me just check, but we got the Pennsylvania boxcar, the Shell tank car. Bottom, we've got the Baltimore and Ohio hopper. And we've got the New York Central caboose. And these are all very heavy because most of these are made out of die cast, completely made out of die cast, or like a heavy phenolic plastic for the boxcar. So let's get them out, see what waits inside. I remember as a kid I always wanted these because these cars always appeared in all the I Love Toy Trains videos or all the TM videos. So I can see why they put these on camera all the time, because they're really cool cars. But I had no idea as a kid how expensive they were. I believe at the time that I wanted these, they were still fetching like at least $150 a pop, or something even more. You've got then your Lionel service station and off listing and your warranty card. Keep this for personal use. It's out of the way. Flip this over because I believe this is upside down based on this. This lid off. There's the very nice semi-scale boxcar. Pull this out very carefully. wrapping, nice soft foam. There it is. Oh, there's a nice little foam here to protect the doors. These have these really nice little latches to lock the door. It was such a nice touch that Lionel did all those years ago. And I believe these cars were also part of the subcontract deal with Mike Wolf. So I believe these were made in Korea, just like a lot of the other stuff that Mike Wolf was making, like the template reproductions and a lot of the scale steam locomotives and diesel during this time. But anyway, remove this. Very nice boxcar, very heavy too. Again, nice die-cast trucks with die-cast knuckle couplers. Brake wheel on this side. So really nice boxcar. Right, put this out of the way. Onto the shell tank car. These were a little bit forgiving or temperamental to my box. Pop the other end, push it out. There we go. So, I really appreciate you guys. If you guys have stayed around as long as I did, I appreciate that. I'm not the best at this, but that's part of learning as we go. Okay. And same dealio. Here's the tank car, just out of its nice tight wrapping. Careful. I really love how crisp this bright white lettering is on here. And I don't believe, I think these don't have a built by Lionel stamping on these, so this is kind of cool. Got these really nice fine handrails. It's out of the way. Very nice car. Very heavy too. Again, this is all made out of die cast completely, even the body. These nice brake wheel and placard details, steps. It's an all-around very nice car. Oh, and you can see the little bend where it makes in the middle to accommodate the step ladders for the maintenance crews or workers or whatever. So very high quality tank cars. Anyway, it's moving out. This is the Baltimore and Ohio coal hopper. This is probably the best way to unbox these particular ones. Very nice big. Oh, this one's heavy, tight. There we go. Nice little, we'll call it gels. This looks really nice. Foam's a little bit. Well, this one's got a little something going on, but that's fine. Could be a little paint rash or whatever, but it's kind of a thing I've noticed with some of these pieces, but it doesn't bother me too much. I'm going to be running these anyways. Just got these foam pieces underneath here to protect. So I'm rubbing the other side. Put the camera in there, so a little bit of paint rash going on with this, guys. Otherwise, still a very nice car. And look here, I can do this on the camera. Yeah, these nice trap doors. Such a nice little touch. Very heavy, nice quality car otherwise, but the side looks a little bit better. It's B&O logo, built March 27. That's pretty cool. Alright, and now for the New York Central caboose. Well, this one came out very quickly. Got the owner's manual. Sounds really nice. I'm definitely going to be keeping this along with the warranty card and everything. So get this out. Nice. Well, this is very, very heavy. I think I remember that this is solid die cast. These walls are also very thick. Yeah, this looks sweet. Beautiful caboose. I guess my only criticism about these Lionel semi-scale cabooses, which they carried over into the other main product line in the years later, and same with MTH, they would use this in the railcade line. The only problem is that this is based off the semi-scale truck arrangement, and these trucks are actually not in the place where they should be. They actually should be moved in a little bit further in, but I guess they did this to accommodate these knuckle couplers. But I always wondered that the standard wood-sided and steel-sided cabooses that were made out of plastic actually had them in the right position, which is a little strange. I don't know why they couldn't do that, but oh well. That's history for you. These nice die-cast couplers with the metal tabs, semi-frosted window glass, and you got this metal smokestack and the very nice catwalk. These hand grab irons right here, and the colored clear translucent marker lights here. It's really cool. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. Got to put them all together. Got a pretty nice solid car consist, very heavy consist. Go Lionel semi-scale 700 series freight cars. Very nice pieces. This is very happy to have these, and not only those will go great with the B6, they'll go great with the scale Hudson, or pretty much any high quality scale steam locomotive that Lionel made. And who's to say what's going to pair with them? So that's a fun thing about a lot of these the Lionel Trains. You don't have to pair everything and just if it was historically accurate or not. That's part of the fun of playing with toy trains. You can do kind of whatever you want. And again, these are running on 3-rail track anyway, so yeah. Very, very nice cars. Very happy to have these. Right. Next item up. Down. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so we're not quite done with the semi-scale freight cars just yet. These are the two add-on cars that were completely brand new that Lionel made in 1992 to go as companions to the original 4 semi-scale freight cars, which was kind of cool that Lionel bothered to do that and not just make those 4 cars just single one-offs, but got the black and one, a refrigerator car, and the Chesapeake and Ohio stock car. These 2 add-ons were apparently slow sellers at first, at the time of the release, but then as time went on, they became much more scarce and much more desirable. I think this Lackawanna refrigerator car was one of the most desirable, if not the most desirable in this line. And so careful. Your information. This will probably be a common thing with all these being, for the most part, mint. And right here. And that looks nice. This is a very, very attractive looking refrigerator car, for sure. Nice. Very beautiful car. I really like this bright white body with the maroon colored roof. All this wood plank detail is really, really cool. And also this nice little red stripe running along the bottom. Got this nice foam again. Protects the nice latches here. Just pop. Get this to work on camera. Just flip this up. Yep, that's how it works. Very fun, very nicely detailed. Just back, just latch up. It's like a real door, a real railroad. So very, very beautiful car. I think like some of the values of this car for a mint one back in the time, and even into the early 2000s, like well over $350. People really wanted this car. I can see why. It's very, very nice, beautifully detailed car. Now, the Lionel stock car. There it is. It's a little tight. So, foam seemed to expand a little bit in this, guys. It's kind of cool. Foam wrap, and that's a very, very nice stock car. I think you can tell, but a lot of the tooling for this one was very clearly based off the Pennsylvania boxcar. I'm pretty sure this roofing detail is almost identical to it, and these hatches at each end. But otherwise, Got this same still latch on here. Very, very cool. And really cool that I think Lionel made these two add-on cars to go with it, just so you didn't have just the 4 cars just to go with your scale Hudson or B6. You can make it a even more impressive 6-car set. And very, very wonderful cars. Sound of that. There you go. Lackawanna Reaper and Chesapeake and Ohio stock car. Entries in the Lionel semi-scale, very noble entries into the Lionel semi-scale product line. And I'm pretty sure that Lionel used these again in the late 90s and early 2000s. You can see why. I think the stock car they used for the Denver and Rio Grande, and the Reapers I believe they did for the New York Central. So I can't remember if they've done these recently ever again, and maybe they should. Kind of cool anyway. Go the 2 add-on semi-scale freight cars. Let's move on to our next item. Alright, so we're not quite done with the semi-scale freight cars just yet. We got one more in this entry of highly detailed, awesome cars. So this was the Pennsylvania N8 caboose, made in 91 and 92. This was made as a companion piece to Lionel's big and awesome scale Pennsylvania turbine they made the same years. This one's really cool. I've never held one of these ever in my life, so this will be very interesting. I believe this was also made out of, this is not a die cast one, this is actually made out of brass, which is going to be fun. Get this out. This is kind of cool. Get this out of the way. Oh, and this one also has smoke, by the way, so this is why you see the little smoke fluid. I'm gonna keep that in there. Just get this out. I think for a while this car was also very, very valuable. Well, both the turbine and this car to go with it were valued very, very high. I think the turbine reached almost over $1,500 or $1,600 in value for a while. And this car, I think, like well over $400. Just magnet here. Be very careful. This one off. Oh yeah, this is a really, really nice caboose. You can feel this is also brass. It's slightly lighter than the die cast, but you can feel it's very, very metally. These nice sleeves with the trucks to keep them nice and secure. Carefully yank these out. The camera's not picking up. You can kind of hear that it's very brass kind of bodies. This off. The other one. See a very detailed underside too, and this nice smoke unit on-off switch. This is an amazing, amazing caboose. And you also got these Penzi marker lamps, which apparently do illuminate them. Brake wheels, ladders, this frosted window glass. Just an awesome, awesome car. Very happy to have this. I do need to get the Penzi turbine that pulled this. I don't have that yet. It's definitely one of the LTI items that's on my desperately want list. but I'll probably get some. But like I said, they used to be valued very high, but recent market value has brought it down to, I think, like $500, $600 maybe even more or less, depending on who you ask and what condition it is, but definitely one of the items I'm going to be looking for. Anyway, brass and a Pensy caboose. Worthy addition to the Lionel semi-scale line of freight cars. Just an awesome piece. Anyway, next item coming up. Alright, let's hope we save the best one for last. Got this huge Lionel box. Let's see if we can get this opened up without just getting ourselves hurt. This is the Lionel, just around, Southern 282 Mikado from 1992. This was again part of Lionel's subcontract deal with Mike Wolf before he broke off on his own, and one of the last ones he did for Lionel before he went on to start Mike's Train House on his own with O-Gauge in like 93 or so. Let's see if we can get this out. These boxes were really huge, very long, very cumbersome. I think they also, the way the styrofoam was done, it also kind of weakened these boxes over time. So I'm going to do this without the strong with my main ones. Alright, I think we got it. Now, full disclosure, if you've been on my channel, I did have one of these originally. I bought it at York, I think in like 2014 or so, I can't remember. And a friend of mine, Jeremiah, or CCMF Trains on YouTube, bought it from me. I upgraded mine to Electric Railroad Cruise TMCC and Rail Sounds 5. And I love that engine. It was a great engine. But I kind of wanted to start over fresh, and he was willing to give me a price that I was okay with for that. And I hope he really enjoys that, because I love that model for years. Like, I think I just sold him a few weeks ago. But Jeremiah, if you're out there, take care of that engine. That's definitely one of the best ones Lionel ever made. So anyway, got the owner's manual in here. It's always really nice. I'm gonna keep that in with this top lid. Oh, and you've got the Lionel sound activation button for the rail sounds and the smoke fluid stored here. Carefully pull this out. Very heavy. It's all die-cast metal too. Tender out too. Okay, pull this out. This beautiful engine. It's very nicely wrapped. There she is. The majestic Mikado herself, Southern 4501, as she was in the 60s and 70s these up until I believe the early 90s when she was in her famous crescent green and gold paint scheme. And it's very funny that as I speak this, she's just been finished being repainted in this scheme, which I'm glad. I'm really happy to see more steam locomotives and excursion eras being done in more colorful schemes that aren't just black. And this was always one of my favorite paint schemes. Southern 4501 is definitely one of my favorite locomotives. It's mostly due to the green paint. It makes it stand out so much better. And just a very beautiful, majestic engine. I love Mikados. I absolutely love them. I think I have like 7 others from Lionel, and maybe a couple from K-Line as of writing, and maybe and another from Third Rail. Nice detailed boiler front, and let me see if I can do this. It's a little stiff, but there we go. Boiler front opens, replace the headlight. You see the wires for the red class lights up here. I always liked it when Lionel and other manufacturers did this. It's such a nice little feature. It's nice, very detailed coupler cut bar on the front pilot. It's really nice. This over here. Very beautiful linkage down here. Very separate brass whistle. I'd be careful with this. This part could break pretty easily if you're not careful. So look back here. It's very nice detailed back head with an engineering fireman figure. Got the tether for the back. One thing I should note is that I might have to pop this open to check on the motor arrangement. There's a known defect in these locomotives, which I might go into a separate video about, but it's how the motor was secured to the mount, and over time the way that was done can deteriorate over time, so you might want to get that checked out. I'm definitely going to have to look at this one. But otherwise, it's in pretty immaculate shape. No noticeable paint rash, nothing. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. Let's move it down here. Focus on the tender. And I should note that this is the only version of 4501 that's modeled correctly in O scale. It uses the correct body shape as 4501 and uses the correct X2 Central Georgia 210-2 coal tender, which is here. 4501 has been using an excursion since the late 60s and still uses today, believe it or not. But beautiful southern paint application with the southern gold lettering right here. Even got real coal loop in the tender. That's a really nice detail. I think this was one of the first engines that Lionel did with this. It's also, I think, the first main high-end steam locomotive they made with a DC can motor instead of the AC pull motor. Got this sleeves off. Just like the B6, by the way, this includes Lionel's first generation of rail sounds tech, which definitely sounds primitive by today's standards. And here's the little magnet, triggers the Hall effect sensor for the chugging. Like I said, it's a little primitive by today's standards, but it's very nostalgic to me. Growing up with Toy Train Review by TM, and that would play those sounds very often. So looking on the other side, a nice backup light. I know now 4501 has this light down here recessed into the body, but again, this was how she was back in the day. Side here, very nice wire detail, water cap detail up on top, and the step here. And there's the plug in to trigger the rail sound. So beautiful, beautiful, awesome engine and tenders. Sounds great. there it is. Together, Southern 4501. Sorry for the squeak. Again, very beautiful, beautiful piece. Very happy to have this. Always happy to have this in a clutch. Alright, I guess that concludes this item. And one more thing to wrap this up. Well guys, I guess to conclude all of this, I just want to say I'm very grateful to the seller on eBay in California who was able to endure the absolute pain of shipping all these items to me. I know it wasn't cheap, I know it wasn't easy. I'm nonetheless grateful to your commitment to get all this stuff to me. All of it came very well packaged and safely. And I definitely want to treat all these items with love and respect. A lot of these do mean a lot to me. And there's some really, really nice pieces here. And I really did enjoy unboxing these because it really gave me appreciation for this era of Lionel once again. So bless Richard Kuhn and all the employees at Lionel who made all these wonderful items possible. And thank you to Ellen Drucker and all the people who worked at Allied Model Trains for keeping the hobby alive and well. I hope your store and service will be remembered fondly despite it closing. While I couldn't visit in person, I really hope the original collector purchased these felt he got some great trains at great prices, which I very much feel right now with all these wonderful trains in my possession. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. Hope you enjoyed my bad camera work and rather poor voice work and rather noticeable AC and other background noises in this rather crude little unboxing video. I probably won't do these more often. I just wanted to do this just for the sake of this really nice collection that I feel very fondly of. So, yeah, this is the Visionary Works closing shop and clocking off. Have a great day.